Where did Brandon Johnson find his path to victory? Joining me now is research and public policy analyst Frank Calabrese. I know this is your bread and butter, so thanks for coming back to talk about the election here. As you have been digging into the results, we found that Johnson won all the majority black wards. He needed 80%. He got 80%. What about the Latino wards and the liberal wards in Chicago?
So the polling said that Vallas was going to win Latinos 2-1. That didn't happen. About half the Latino wards voted for Brandon Johnson. Little Village voted for Brandon Johnson, Pilsen, and the Logan Square area. And then Brandon Johnson was getting big margins, especially in the Latino areas on the north side. And in liberal areas like Rogers Park, Uptown, Brandon Johnson was in the high 60s.
Why did that go that way in your mind?
So I think the Johnson campaign effectively communicated that Paul Vallas is not a Democrat. And you have a lot of the more liberal voters really rejecting Vallas.
And the older voters, they really got behind Vallas in February, but then didn't show up in the runoff. So that would suggest that that helped Johnson in the long run as well. And was it a surprise that younger voters turned out in ways they hadn't a month before?
The biggest surprise to me is that there were about 22,000 additional young voters, voters 35 and younger, that turned out in the April election, but not the February election. So that tells me that these people were excited to vote for Johnson. And actually, older voters, people 55 or older, there was a decrease.
Well, why did that happen? I mean, the traditional wisdom, if you looked at what happened in the first election, Vallas had such a wide majority, you would think that that would carry over. Obviously, it didn't work out that way. A lot changed. Johnson picked up a lot of support, and it did surprise a lot of people. Were you in that group?
So all the polls said Vallas was up. And I had to look at those polls and assume so, but the polls were off. And I think you have to credit the Johnson campaign and a lot of these unions, a lot of these progressive unions such as CTU, SEIU, for turning out new voters. The reason the polls were wrong is because the pollsters didn't know there would be all these extra young voters coming in.
And ideology and personality tend to really mark a candidate. For many, violent crime. That was the #1 issue. How does the city get its arms around this pervasive problem here? The wisdom there said that, Vallas was the law and order candidate here, but Johnson put forth, a different message. How did you read that?
So the voters that cared about law and order the most, areas where there's a lot of police and firefighters, they voted for Vallas in big numbers. But again, I think a lot of voters, they wanted to vote for a candidate who they related with more. And again, Chicago, it's a big Democratic liberal city. And at the end of the day, I think voters just felt a better connection with Brandon Johnson, especially in minority communities and the north side that's a little more liberal. So.
With 18,000 votes separating the two. It didn't turn out to be a long night that many feared that it might become.
No, they started counting ballots at about 7:15, and about 8 o'clock, I tweeted that, I thought that Johnson won this. So it wasn't a long night at all. So.
It was interesting to watch it all unfold. Frank Calabrese, thanks for your insight as always. We'll see you next time.